the longest-serving late-night talk show host in history, has had some memorable moments over the years.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a promo. This is the actual show.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 David Letterman TV moments.
Number 10, things that sound creepy when said by John Malkovich.
I put my jammies on all by myself, Mommy.
For this list, we're looking at the best moments from David Letterman's late-night shows, and are including both his time on NBC and CBS, meaning both Late Night with David Letterman
It's Late Night with David Letterman
and Late Show with David Letterman.
From New York, the greatest city in the world, it's The Late Show with David Letterman.
We're looking for specific incidents, however, and are not including recurring segments like the top 10 lists, although we at WatchMojo would like to give a special thanks to Letterman for this format. Number 10, monologue after 9/11.
To the Late Show. This is our first show on the air since New York and Washington were attacked. And I need to ask your patience and indulgence here because I want to say a few things.
The United States, and especially New York City, was in no mood for comedy following the terrorist attacks on September 11th, 2001. Letterman was the first late-night comedian to return to the air and gave an emotional monologue to open his first show back.
They had a rally for New York City, and not just a rally for New York City, but a rally to raise money for New York City. And if that doesn't tell you everything you need to know about the spirit of the United States, then I can't help you.
Letterman was visibly distraught, but gave a heartfelt speech that praised then-Mayor Rudy Giuliani, the police, and fire departments.
For myself and everybody else, not only in New York but everywhere, is that we never, ever take these people for granted. Absolutely never take them for granted.
He ended by calling New York City the greatest city in the world.
If you didn't believe it before, you can absolutely believe it now. New York City is the greatest city in the world.
Which would become the tagline of the show.
I think these are great moments on television.
Well, thank you. Well, thank you. I don't know what to say beyond that.
Number 9, Paris Hilton after jail.
But I love New York City.
New York City is exciting, though, isn't it?
I was born here, yeah.
Yeah, good for you. How'd you like being in jail?
Letterman can be pretty tough on his guests, and even made Lindsay Lohan cry at one point.
Stop.
Oh, she's tearing up a little bit. God bless you.
Although Paris Hilton didn't cry, she was visibly angered by Dave's constant questions about her time in jail.
Tell us, now looking back on that experience, what have we learned? What can you tell us? What's different about you going forward as you look back?
Paris allegedly believed she had been invited on the show to talk about her perfume and her new film. But instead was grilled by Letterman about what jail was like, including what the meals were and if they had locked up her friend Nicole Richie as well.
You know what? They locked up your friend Nicole. She was only in for a short period of time, wasn't she? Now, how can she was only in for like 45 minutes? How did that work? How can somebody only be in for 45 minutes?
I don't know.
Number 8, Dave admits to adultery.
Damn, man! And you still doing the show?
Well, more or less.
While Letterman was never afraid to make fun of himself and his life on air, he kept the details of his personal life relatively private.
The creepy stuff was that I have had sex with women who work for me on this show.
That all changed in October of 2009 when he confessed on air to having had sexual affairs with female members of his staff.
Would it be embarrassing if it were made public? Perhaps it would. Perhaps it would, especially for the women.
Perhaps more shockingly, he gave details of an extortion attempt against him from a man who was seeking $2 million, or he would tell the public all the details of Dave's sexual escapades.
The idea is if they believe, in fact, a crime has been committed, then they issue a warrant, and that's exactly what happened. And a little bit after noon today, the guy was arrested.
Number 7, Farrah Fawcett spaced out.
What kind of things do they say to you when they see you?
Yo, looking good. Yeah, yo, fair. So beautiful. You know that New York where they just say everything.
Farrah Fawcett is not the first celebrity to try to hang on to success, but she may have spent too much time in the tanning bed before this interview.
I really thought I was looking out the window.
Yeah.
Fawcett told long, nonsensical stories that left everyone, including Letterman, incredibly confused.
And there are places where the wall...
Right.
The
wall.
What is that? The thing.
The thing.
Anyway.
Charades. Suddenly, Farrah and I are playing charades.
The interview sparked rumors that Fawcett was on drugs or drunk.
Dope. That's really dope.
Although it was later suggested that she was attempting to play the ditzy blonde to promote Playboy magazine. We'll let you decide.
That's one that's more, and you could just cover that.
Right, sure.
Cover the, that.
How long did it take you to get the paint off?
Number 6, Madonna dropping F-bombs.
Madonna and I are just sitting around smoking cigars, swapping recipes.
Letterman isn't afraid to antagonize his guests, and this interview with Madonna may be the perfect example.
Let's go kiss a guy in the audience.
Dave set the stage by introducing her as having slept with some of the biggest names in the industry. And Madonna retaliated by saying she was only there because there wasn't a Knicks game on. She then proceeded to drop the F-bomb 14 times.
I tell you what, we are going to do a commercial, and we're going to wash her mouth out with soap.
My underwear.
Claimed that she gave Dave a pair of her underwear and made countless sexual innuendos.
Dave just slobbered all over my
Now, you asked me to light it for her, and I thought I was doing the gentlemanly
thing. This is the
thing.
closest I'm ever going to get to kissing you.
Including a joke about NBA players and the microphone.
That microphone is really long. Speaking of the NBA.
Number 5, Johnny Carson's final appearance.
Johnny, can I have the top 10 list?
Jay Leno may have landed the Tonight Show gig, but it was Dave who got the last laugh when he secured Johnny Carson's final TV appearance in 1994. Carson, who first appeared on Letterman in 1985, walked on stage to thunderous applause from the audience. Letterman gave him the host chair, and for a second it seemed like Carson would reclaim his throne. He then shook his head and, as all legends do, walked off into the sunset.
It's still a little warm. I wish a little of that would rub off on me. Wow.
Number 4, Andy Kaufman gets slapped.
I don't want to sit out here and pretend that I'm friends with this guy because I think he's a wimp.
With Andy Kaufman, it was nearly impossible to tell if something was real or staged. Kaufman appeared on Letterman with wrestler Jerry Lawler, who had injured Kaufman's neck in a wrestling match.
Only the second move by Lawler, and bang goes Kaufman.
Kaufman demanded an apology from Lawler because of the injury, while Lawler mocked Kaufman's neck brace.
We're going to pause here for station identification and get the hoses out here.
Lawler eventually had enough and slapped Kaufman so hard he fell out of his chair.
I am sick of this bullshit. You are full of bullshit, my friend. I will sue you for everything you have. I will sue your ass. You're a motherfucking asshole. As far as I'm concerned, you hear me? A asshole.
Kaufman unleashed a verbal tirade on Lawler and threw a cup of coffee at him. Staged or not, this is definitely one of the more memorable moments in television history.
My thanks to the studio audience for putting up with this tonight. I think we've learned a little something about human nature, haven't we?
Number 3, Joaquin Phoenix's bizarre interview.
And I will just say right off the top here, you look different than I remember.
Okay, so this was a stunt performed by Joaquin Phoenix and Casey Affleck for the film I'm Still Here.
It's time for me to end this game with a brand new start. Coming to you live direct, I tear out my spleen. It's none other than the one and only Joaquin.
Regardless, this was one of the strangest moments in the history of Letterman's career. And it showed just how funny but ruthless the late-night host could be once he got his hands on you.
I'll come to your house and chew gum.
Okay, I don't have to chew the gum.
No, just relax.
I won't chew the gum.
To be fair, Phoenix was asking for it, with his untamed hair, lumberjack beard, and dark sunglasses.
What can you tell us about your days with the Unabomber?
Letterman hammered Phoenix, asking him about his time with the Unabomber and mocking his musical career.
You're doing fine.
Thanks. High praise coming from you.
He ended the interview with the perfect line.
And Joaquin, I'm sorry you couldn't be here tonight.
Number 2, Crispin Glover nearly kicks Dave.
I notice you have something there in the case.
I knew that this was going to happen, and
Phoenix may have been taking a page out of Crispin Glover's book, who appeared on Dave's late night show in 1987 and nearly ended up kicking Letterman in the face.
You seem to be
People try
distraught.
to make me sound a lot weird, and
Yeah.
I'm strong, you know? I'm strong. I can arm wrestle.
This interview was bizarre and uncomfortable, as Glover read random clips about himself from the newspaper.
Crispin Glover was pinstriped and greased up for the occasion, impressing the girl things who are trying to get next to him. Guess some people are turned on by Brill cream.
Yeah, well.
Perhaps more miraculous was that Letterman allowed Glover to ramble on incoherently.
No, I've taken part. These aren't mine. I can kick.
Okay. I'm going to go check on the top 10.
Until Glover almost kicked him in the face, at which point Dave walked off the set.
I would have loved to chatted more with Crispin Glover, but I understand he had a cab to catch, and well, traffic this time of night here in Midtown is pretty brutal.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
For this to happen, for me to be in a comedy club and flip out and say this crap, you know, I'm deeply, deeply sorry.
While I was gone, I had quintuple bypass surgery on my heart. Oh! Plus, I got a haircut. Yeah.
It isn't we're a bad country, Bush is an evil liar.
I didn't say we were a bad country. I didn't say he was an evil liar.
Good.
You're putting words in my mouth. Just the way you put artificial facts in your head.
All right.
Nice to see you, Bill. That was some entrance. Are you all right?
I went to the other place.
And it turned out not to be congestive heart failure.
Ooh.
Yeah.
No.
And what was the diagnosis?
It's lung cancer that's spread.
That's tough.
Well, it means you better get your dry cleaning done on special.
Number 1, Drew Barrymore flashes Dave.
Would you like me to do a dance for you?
Wait, are we sure this was the cute, innocent little girl from E.T.? This interview started off perfectly normal, but things heated up when Dave mentioned Drew's recent appearance at a club where she stripped.
It's called the Blue Angel. It's really, really cool. Yeah. 44 Walker Street.
Oh, well, you know, that's not, I know where that is.
Everyone, including Dave, was stunned at what happens next. As Barrymore jumped onto the desk and lifted her shirt up, giving Letterman a full view.
I wish more of our guests would consider that sort of thing.
Courtney Love would attempt to replicate this act in a future interview.
Thank you very much. That's very sweet of you.
But it didn't come close to reaching the same heights as Barrymore's act, which Letterman still talks about to this day.
It's my birthday. You've made it. Gosh, it was fun. Yeah, that was very nice of you. It's always a pleasure to have you here.
Do you agree with our list? What's your favorite David Letterman moment?
What are you doing here?
I'm doing a show. I'm doing a TV show here.
I thought you were dead.
For more great top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Thank you very much for joining us tonight. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night, everybody.